Hey, this is part 3 of my makeup tutorial. This is the finished look. I've broken it out into several parts, and this next video is going to be all about blush. I'm 52 years old and I'm doing a little makeup tutorial. This look right here is foundation and concealer or reverse contour, as well as contour and bronzer. This video is going to show you what I use for blush products. Now, I will tell you, blush is hard for me to tell you about because I have so many favorite products. But the best way for me to tell you what to use is if you came and stole all of my blush products, this is the order in which I would replace them. All right, the first thing that I would replace, that I would buy, I would go straight to Ulta or Target or Walmart or wherever, and I would buy the e.l.f. Glow Wand blush. It's a cream with a little sponge at the end, and the color would be Rosé You Slay. I love this product. The next thing that I would rebuy would be my Haus Labs, and this is called Bio Radiant Gel Powder Highlighter, okay? And this is in the color Rose Quartz. I don't know why it has the word gel in there, but this is what that looks like. Love it. It's got a little bit of shimmer. I usually use this product last and a cream type product first. I also am having a little bit of a love affair with this TikTok product that I bought, this Fui Korean, I believe it's a Korean product, and it is a blush in the color MY, ND04. Okay, I have no idea. I'm going to use this because this is what I've been using the last several days in a row, and I love it, love it, love it. This is the brush that came with it, okay? Same brush that came with it. And then I'm going to top it with the Haus Labs. You need very little of this product. Tiny amount of this product. So we're going to take this and we're just lightly, very lightly going to pounce it in there. You see how much product gets on there? And I'm just barely touching it. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start high just under my temple, and I'm going to pounce it lightly, and I'm going to come just under the corner of my eye. Not a lot, just a little. Now I'm increasing the pounce, the strength of the pounce, kind of going in a little circle up here. So you can see the difference. There's the product and there's no blush. I'm going to go in. It's always easy to add a little more, but what we can't do is take away. I mean, it's not easy to take away. Keeping your head straight, I have to remind myself, keep my head straight or my blush will be uneven. Just under the temple, I'm coming down under a little bit past the corner of the eye, going in a slight circle. Now, if you decide you want more, because let me tell you, nobody's wearing enough blush. You're not. You think you are, but you're not. So let's put a little bit more, okay? And we're just going to go in a little circle right here. Above our bronzer, below our cheekbone, in a little circle, and enhance this. Now I'll tell you, when it gets to be more summertime, what I will do, I'm not going to do it right now, but I will bring this up a little bit on the bridge of my nose and over. But it's wintertime, and I'm not trying to make anybody think that I have a suntan. So I'm not going to do that today. Don't you love a technical difficulty? I thought I was recording, and I wasn't when I did the very last step, which is the iridescent blush. So I'm going to tell you about it and show you how I did it. The brush I'm using, I don't think brushes matter. Don't spend a lot of money on brushes, okay? But the brush I'm using is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill in JH04, okay? I don't think it matters. I think you can buy cheapo e.l.f. brushes and be just fine. Save your money. Spend it on something else. Spend it on shoes, okay, instead of fancy brushes. But I'm going to take this. I'm going to pounce it onto the product, just getting a little. Don't dig it in there, okay? Just pounce a little bit to pick up some product, knocking lightly a little excess off. And then I'm going to go right on top of my cheekbone where I put the cream blush, and I'm just going to pounce. Y'all, we're making a mistake when we start swiping and digging on top of the foundation that we've already put on or the other products. Remember, we are applying product. We're not removing product, okay? When you're removing, you're swiping, or when you're thinning it out, maybe swiping. But if you start swiping, you're displacing everything under it, and it's going to be a muddy mess. So we're building and adding, and we're going to just pounce it on here and add that last bit of blush. This is really beautiful out in the sun. I love this product. I'm going to pick up a little more and come over here. So we're going to pounce a little bit on here, not coming too far in. I have chosen a cream blush and a powder highlighter blush to go on top of it. I'm big about using two types of products. You saw that I mixed my foundations. I've mixed my blushes. I will tell you, I love, like I said, I love this e.l.f. Glow Wand blush. If I was going to use this instead of the powder, I have a separate brush that I use. Doesn't matter what the brush is. The brands and all that doesn't matter. But I do keep a separate brush for cream-based products versus powder-based products, and I think that's important. So what I would do if I was using the e.l.f. Glow Wand, I would squeeze a little bit up so it's coming out of the sponge, and I would just tap the sponge on here, picking up the product, but the application would be the same. I would be pouncing it because we're applying, not swiping to remove. And this completes the blush look. The next video is going to be all about eyes, and I might have to break that out into a couple of videos, but that will be the next video, so stay tuned.